What's up guys, Jason here, Morph, Mixology, Reptiles. Welcome back to the channel. Another quick video for you this week. Got another clutch to cut. Remember last week we did that kind of mystery clutch about Chloe. Really didn't answer any questions. They're still in here waiting for them to come out of the egg, so hopefully we'll know something a little bit, not sure, but we'll have to come up with something cool to put to her this season and hopefully prove out something there. Somebody mentioned something about Harlequin. I don't know anything about that. If you know what Harlequin is and can kind of point me in the right direction, leave a comment down below. But that's not what we're here for today. We're here for probably the coolest long-term project clutch that we had all year. The last clutch of the year is a banger. That's the one we're really waiting for. But this week we're going to cut the double het Ultramel genetic stripe clutch. Now, don't misunderstand me. There will not be Ultramel genetic stripes in here. We are making our own double hets for that long-term, like 3 to 4 year project, hopefully. So this is the Cinnamon Ultramel Pharaoh. I'll grab him real quick. So you guys are no stranger to this little dude. He's been super busy this season, produced some really nice stuff for us. In fact, we're going to do a clutch update here pretty soon on the all Ultramel clutch that we got from him that we did on the Instagram live. So Cinnamon Ultramel to the pewter, which is pastel and cinnamon genetic stripe Ariana. Let me grab her. So this is Ariana, the pastel cinnamon or pewter genetic stripe, and she's not a huge girl, but she did give us 6 really nice eggs. Interesting thing about cinnamon in particular in genetic stripe is it pretty much gets rid of all the pattern. I've seen this in a lot of different combos with cinnamon in genetic stripe, or black pastel for that matter, and it gets rid of most of the pattern. There is a slight dorsal stripe you can kind of see, but not a ton. So with that, we don't want to make a bunch of cinnamon and super cinnamon Ultramel G stripes because they won't have any pattern. However, based on what I saw out of the all Ultramel clutch and what Pharaoh looks like as a cinnamon Ultramel, I think the cinnamon or super cinnamon Ultra G stripe should be mostly that dark purplish color. So that's kind of what we're looking for long term. Obviously, we're really hoping for female heavy here so that we can hold a bunch of stuff back. And then down the road, maybe we'll put something, a different Ultramel of some kind with maybe some brighter genes or whatever back to her and make a really cool male and hopefully hit the double recessive, long odds, 1 in 16 at best before you start adding any codoms to it. So just like trying to hit a dreamsicle, right? But let's go ahead and head inside. We'll cut this clutch, see what we got, and we'll come back. Alright guys, here we go. Like I said, we've got Pharaoh, the Cinnamon Ultramel. He was busy this year. Got a lot of stuff from him. To Ariana, the pewter, which is pastel and cinnamon genetic stripes. So these are all going to be double het, 100% double het Ultramel genetic stripe. There is possibility for super cinnamon in here, which would be all dark black or dark brown, almost black snakes. So we'll see what we get. Just a long-term project we're wanting to work on with the Ultramel genetic stripe. Egg number 1. Looks like probably going to be a pastel double het. Egg number 2, it's kind of hard to see. I don't want to open it up too far here, but you can see it's solid patterned, but fairly light. Hopefully you can catch that. It's a pastel super cinnamon. So we'll either get super cinnamons, which will be really dark, solid brown, or pastel super cinnamons, which will be kind of a silvery color and solid. Here's a pewter, so pastel cinnamon, 100% double het ultra G stripe. Obviously looking to be really female heavy in this clutch so we can start growing them up. But as long as they're viable, that's all that matters. Number 4, looks like probably a pastel double het. Number 5 here. Number 5 is a cinnamon double het. We're about 59 days at this point, so these are definitely ready to go. And that looks like, it's kind of hard to see, but it's kind of light down here, not real dark, so that's probably going to be another pastel super cinnamon double het ultramel and genetic stripe. So that's cool. That's a cool clutch. Obviously look for the clutch update when they all come out and shed. That's when we'll really get to know what we've got. Hoping for a bunch of females we can raise up and make some ultramel genetic stripes here in the next few years. Alright guys, well, I know it's kind of hard to see in there. I'd rather do the clutch cuttings out here, but with the baby and everything, we got to still be able to see and hear what's going on in the house, and they're really hard to do by myself. It's kind of hard to see, but we did end up with like a really good mix there. A couple super cinnamons. It looks like they're both pastel because they're more of a silvery color than a really dark brown, which is nice. And there's pewter in there, a pastel. That first one we cut, I think it was the first one, towards the front there. I don't know what that is. I'm going to be really interested to see when it comes out of the egg what that egg is, because it looks super, super clean and super bright, which doesn't really make any sense. So definitely stay tuned. We will absolutely do a clutch update on this one because I know there's going to be a lot of people interested in this. And before you ask, there may or may not be some available out of here. I do have one guy in particular that I've been talking to for months that has been waiting for this clutch. And we're actually working out a trade deal for something else, for another long-term project I want to work on. If we got a ton of females in here, realistically I need to keep most of them to raise up so I have better chances of making the double visual down the road. But it never hurts. Send me a message on Instagram. We'll see what we can come up with. And it's obviously all going to depend on what we got for sex ratios. So that's going to do it for this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for following along. Obviously, it's been a fantastic season. We got a couple weeks left. It says on the 14th is when this one's due down here. This is the biggest, probably the biggest deal clutch of the year. Second only to the Dreamsicle clutch, which we did whiff on, but we proved out the girl to be het lav, so that was huge. That's our shot at Sumapides. And there's only 4 eggs. So het to het, 1 in 16. I got 4 eggs. We're holding on to all of our luck for that one, hopefully, because man, how crazy would it be to top off a fantastic season in a really crappy year with a Sumapide or 2. So that one's definitely coming. Clutch updates are coming for a handful of things in here. We'll do the Ultramel clutch, we'll do the Hypo clutch, we'll do the Super Inchy Scaleless Head clutch. I got some interesting things to talk about in that one. Chloe's clutch, obviously we're waiting to come out. We had another dual sire clutch that I need to update you on when they shed. So we got a lot more stuff coming. The season's almost over. We're rolling right into the next one. And so stay tuned for that kind of stuff, but it's going to be wild for the next couple weeks while we finish hatching up the rest of this stuff. Got a ton of stuff for sale. MorphMixology.com/available or Morph Market. Everything's current. Let's make some deals and get some of this stuff moving on. And I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.